Alright guys, hello and welcome to yet another session here at the Gosu Academy. Today what we'll be doing is we'll be reviewing a FACEIT match I played earlier today on stream. And what was interesting about this was that we were losing quite heavily on CT at the beginning, and then we made a big comeback. It felt like we just needed to do a couple of tweaks, and as soon as that happened, then we started winning. And then the same story happened actually when we went to T side. We started losing heavily at the beginning. Couldn't get anything to work, and then I sort of took over the calling a little bit, and then we started making a comeback again on T, and then we won the game sort of comfortably. And I thought it'd be a cool game to watch because I think I personally played okay, not amazing or anything like that, but it was definitely a match that was fun to play. It was also at times unfun. There are definitely times where you'll see me be frustrated because I felt the answer was somewhat obvious on T, and it felt like my teammates were unable to do it, or like unwilling to do it more. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool game, so let's just get straight into it. Also, I mean, I said it to all the people in the academy already, but yeah, I needed a shower at this point, and it bothers me a little bit that I played a match that would be good for this review, or like an academy session, but just don't mind the fact that I look like I just woke up, because I definitely did. Okay, so for the first round, actually, real quick, I know we have someone here who is having his first session at the Gosu Academy, and I just want you to know, you can interrupt me as much as you want. If you ever have a question, it's better that you just ask it instead of sitting with it, okay?
Okay.
Perfect, good. Okay, so in this pistol round, we had one of my teammates call that we should stack A. And it's a full gamble call in a FACEIT puck, of course. The reason why this can be a good call is because one of the most common FACEIT pistols is like either running across heaven and running donut, or running out mid and running donut. And when you do run donut, it's kind of expected that you're going to also end the round on A. Now, there is one interesting piece of information. A former teammate of mine is on the other team in this FACEIT match, and it's Maze, who is like a pro IGL, I guess. And he is, I think, calling this pistol round and some other rounds, so we'll see how that plays out as well. But basically, they do kind of go exactly into a stack. My teammates get a couple nice kills, and now I hit a nice shot on Maze, and now I hit another nice shot. And now we do something that is not that great. So at the moment we know he's right side in donut, and that he wants to cross. So we're trying to hit this shot when he crosses. And now, this is actually something I talked about when I was playing the match. In my opinion, if you have like double advantage, or basically it's quite specifically if you're like 3v1, 4v1, or 5v1, it's almost never worth it to take a fight where you can die. Because the advantage that a player has in a 1 versus 3, especially on T side, is that the CTs typically, have to defend 2 bomb sites. So what's normal is that you will have to split up in some kind of way. And this is what you will be seeing us doing. So yellow here is going to get sort of ahead of the rotate from the T and go and block B. And I'm now going to go into red room, and blue is playing A side. If I would be, for example, jiggling in and out of this angle and just playing information on red room, and yellow would be jiggling here and just playing information if he comes out cave or if he crosses up from ramp, and if blue would just be playing here where he is now and jiggling and getting information if he's going towards A, this round is almost unlosable. Because in a 3v1 or 4v1 or a 5v1, if you have information on the last player alive, that's when you can actually like play it together. And we make a couple of mistakes here. I make one of them. I'm now playing aggressively towards red room, where if he would have rotated back donut and gone to red room, which is very likely, I would have now had a sort of all-in 1 versus 1 fight. I know this when I'm doing it. I knew it was stupid. I don't get punished for it, but it is stupid what I'm doing. So now you can see we have one far away on B, we have me in red room, and my teammate is not doing a good enough job at playing information, so he gets the information late. And now he immediately dies. And this is, you know, what I see a ton of players doing wrong is if you have a big advantage and you're playing against 1 or 2 players, I like to say, like, let's play it for info. So the whole point of the 3v1, for example, is actually not let's find a way to kill him. It's all about let's find a way where we can get information where he is without dying. And if, you know, blue in this case would have been just Brokey and jiggling, or yeah, as I said, on this corner and jiggling, he could always make it back to A main, and we could deny him from planting the bomb and stuff like that. So this round is quite important. That's why I'm spending so much time talking about it. I mean, we made a big mistake here.
I saw him Brokey, I'm not sure.
And here I saw him Brokey or something.
I saw him Brokey, he could be big box.
So we know when I saw him Brokey, he can be, you know, he can be inside tempo, he can be Brokey hiding, he can be big box now because there was a timing gap, and he can come CT. My teammate has smoke and kit, so I tell him to just go for it. And then what happens now is I try to stay moving, but he instantly dinks me, and we lose when there's very little time left. I think here in the 2v1 we played it all right, but yeah, in the 3v1 we didn't do very well. And welcome to whoever just joined. Yeah, hello. So now we're basically just doing a deal round. It's not that important. I'll just skip it. I think it does actually become a little close, but yeah, doesn't really change all that much. So now we head into the first buy round, and I think someone calls that we should double push on A. Me and someone else. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. No, that's not this round. Okay. So here we just go for like the super standard mid control. And yeah, the super standard mid control is just doing deep smoke in mid, doing Molotov and doing nade. But because I don't have money for an extra Molotov, it is a little bit more risky. And then also, as I'm running out through the smoke, I get naded again, I get blinded, and I get blinded again and again. So I kind of fall back and let my teammate just play mid alone at this moment because I'm too late and I didn't go to donut. But now my teammate kills someone, so that's great.
I can't tempo.
And now here's actually something that frustrated me quite a lot is now you will hear us know that the T's are A main, and we struggle to find a good setup.
Is this a thing?
Amen. Amen. He jumped.
Okay.
Mouse jumped.
I don't see elbow. Come cross already. I go back.
One aim in.
What?
So the issue that kind of frustrates me here is that tempo is probably the best, well, the best place I could be right now when we know they're A main is hiding behind Xbox, so that when my teammate gets contact here, I can swing either side and I can either trade or I can kill. The problem is when they are forward A main, they are probably holding the cross to Xbox, which is why I don't want to go out of tempo. And the problem with tempo is the best place for me to be able to trade would be standing right here, right behind this left wall. I can sneak up on it in a way where the T's don't see that I'm going to this left wall. And as soon as my teammate gets contact, I swing a bit to the left and I trade. The problem, actually, I guess I will ask you guys. Does anyone know why I'm not doing this? Why I'm not going here in the best trading position?
Well, we already made contact, so someone will probably hold you now.
Yeah, but imagine I did it, instead of holding this angle, imagine I would just be standing up on this wall. Because that was what I wanted to. Why didn't I do it? Yeah, maybe it's not so easy. Well, basically just because of this stupid lamp, they would be able to see my shadow. And that's the problem that there is with tempo. If I would go to this corner, for example, and hide, and then swing out, I could get this kind of same tiny angle that I'm having now, but they wouldn't be able to see my shadow. The problem is that I won't be that effective at trading because I can only see this small thing. And if like the first guy goes close to the wall, I won't be able to trade very well. The problem is if I go on the left side or if I want to cross this lamp, my shadow is going to be illuminated on the back wall, and the T's will see it. So that is just like a certified CS2 moment where, basically like there isn't really a good place for me to play here, I feel like. So what I could have done, and that was my theory after everything happened, was I should have told Orange to go into Donut, and I should have been the one playing side. That way, we would still be having someone from side, but we would have 2 people from Donut who would be able to fight with me. And if I would go 1-for-1 just like he did, but we would have 2 players in Donut, the chances are we would probably win the round. Instead now, it's really difficult for me to trade. Then I get naded, Molotoved, and now they're already out. And someone comes in and just straight up clears me.
Tempo half.
So yeah,
My position
that's...
stand on the left corner.
I'm talking about now the shadows, but basically this was just... If this would have been CSGO, wouldn't have been a problem.
And if you stand on the right,
So yeah, that was really frustrating actually. And now we lost the first buy round, so we go into the next round with 5-7s. And
we're cleaning up, man.
here we do make another mistake actually. So green just got 2 kills in mid, and now we're pushing fast behind B. And now we're gonna swap some weapons around.
One is late.
Um,
Kid, need to run.
Now blue says, guys, we don't have kit, we need to run. And this is really good information. So we start
I
running,
have a smoke. I can smoke.
and now we start walking again. Now we know someone is in this left corner, and yellow here has an MP9. Now one of the best ways he could play this round right now is by just swinging completely wide, which would allow space for me to peek the guy in the corner, and then even if yellow dies, I at least trade it fast and we have a 2v2 and we can play it fast. But notice what yellow is doing now. He just keeps jiggling in and out of angles, and it makes it so not only does the fight take way longer, but also it's much more difficult for me to trade in a good way.
I'm on the other side.
I need to reload.
I smoke long.
And now, because of this, they get the information we are multiple people from the back, and they use nade and flash, and then they use another flash, and this slows us down so much that, you know, even though we actually go up now, and we get 1 kill, and we even get the other kill, we just don't have time. So, yeah, here I think yellow made a mistake of not swinging wide. To anyone who just joined, what the session is basically about is a FACEIT match I played earlier today. And as you can see, we were right now down 4-0. And now we just make a few key changes on the CT side, and the whole CT side changes. So one of the things that we do make a difference with is that we play more heavily in mid. I think even someone here called we should go 3 mid. So we do the mid smoke like before.
Jump heaven.
We do Molo, and one of our B players said maybe you can jump heaven. So I jump heaven. And even though I get blind and stuff like that, I decide to kind of commit when my teammates have peeked down mid. And I get a free kill on the heaven guy. And now my 2 teammates who started mid with us just kill everyone. So here the answer was fighting heavy mid. It's maybe a little bit hard to keep track on for you guys, but I remember thinking in this round that in the pistol round, they ran immediately donut. In the second round, when we had pistols, I believe they ran, they went mid to red room and killed me here. And then in the third round, which was the buy round, they tried to send someone out mid. And then in the fourth round, when we pushed and killed the mid players, they reacted B. So far in the match, they've actually used mid every single round, basically. And that's why now fighting heavy mid was a really good adjustment, basically.
Oh, I drop, sorry.
So now, I believe we will do somewhat the
They
same.
don't have much.
You see it here? We go 3 mid with no one playing A and 2 B.
I dodge flash.
Flashing left.
And now,
Maybe out.
it's always the case on Ancient that if you fight heavy mid, especially with 3 mid, which they know we did last round, it means A is clear. it's very rare you will go only one B player, one A, and 3 mid. That basically never happens. So, like, now that we have showed our hand, last round we showed we were 3 mid. We did that by one of our mid players dying, and me getting a kill, and my other teammate getting 3 kills. This means that we actually gave them the information we were playing 3 mid, and that's what they try to abuse now. So always on Ancient, if you get mid control really easily, too easily maybe, it's worth it to have someone rotate fast to A.
Okay, I go block A.
And
out
now,
A.
now as I'm running towards A, I'm hearing them out A.
Many out A.
So I decide to just take the straight up fight,
Low one.
because I know this early fight is quite important. If they cross donut and get up in position and smoke us off, round can be really hard.
Just help him, help him.
They're fighting. They're swinging. Nice. I think they have no more smokes. Nice.
Behind,
Down one.
behind. Middle,
Middle.
last.
And now, just revisiting what we talked about not that long ago.
They're fighting. They're swinging. Nice. I think they have no more.
Here,
smokes.
we are 3v2. Now we are 2v1, and we have information on the last remaining team.
Middle.
If my teammates now would go into a setup where they can play information or play together, the likelihood of winning this round is much higher. Instead, we just again see like a straight up duel. He loses it,
No way. Why would you take that fight?
and now it's a much harder round. Now my guy tries to play a mind game. He smokes off.
This one.
He rotates all the way around.
Like this would be the. See, now it becomes a problem. Did he go A main to check it, or did he go CT? It's probably CT.
And then, yeah, my guy kind of loses the mind game. He
Now
plans
he's
on
out
B.
himself. Instead, if you would take like position
But-
somewhere on A,
Luckily for my team, the T also sort of takes a straight up fight. And yeah, the guy from my team wins it. But yeah, you saw the adjustment that we made after the 4 rounds gave us now 2 rounds in a row. And Counter-Strike is, especially at a high level, kind of a cat and mouse game. And I'll get more into that in a moment. But what I think is interesting about this match in particular is why I still believe MR15, like having, you know, first to 16, is better than MR12, where it's first to 13. And that is, we've kind of used these 4 first rounds to get a feel for what the Ts are liking to do. And then we destroy that by playing very heavy mid. And then after we play very heavy mid, we do it again the next round because it worked. And then they rushed out A.
I think
So
you should
now
B rush heavy.
I buy an AWP and I go start A. For the reason that we just blocked the mid, we won on that. Their reaction was to go A. And now I want to block what they did last round, basically. So that if my teammates are faking that we are taking heavy mid again, then we will kind of like... I mean, I guess it's partly that I want to block what they just did, and another part is that now you can see we're actually playing very light mid. We only have 1 mid player, and that is because on round 5 we won by playing by stopping them in mid, by playing 3 mid. The next round they know we play 3 mid again because they ran out A, and that's why it's unlikely for them to go mid again, since they know we've been playing 3 mid 2 rounds in a row. But that's where it's always like a mind game. That's what makes Counter-Strike so hard. At a sort of basic level, most teams or most callers, if they say let's go A and you lose by going A, next round they will say let's go B. It's just natural. If you lost by doing something, you typically wanna go try something different. And a lot of the time, if you call let's go A and you win by going A, well, the problem is that you will want to go A again because you know it worked. Sometimes, if you call let's go A and you go and win on A, it can also feel really good to call to go B. This sounds kind of stupid, I know. But the point of this is that if you lose a round, changing up what you're doing is a lot of the times expected. And that's why winning rounds allows you to be more experimental, I guess, in your calling. And I think it's something that not a lot of people think about. Like if you play slow 5 times in a row and you win by doing so, you can still change it up and play fast. But if you play slow 5 times in a row and you lose every time, the CTS are going to expect you to change something, and then a rush is very expected. So if you never win rounds, it's difficult to win that mind game sometimes. And I think that's why you sometimes see these like blowout victories or losses. It's because if you never get the ball rolling, like taking over in the mind game is difficult. And that's exactly what this match is about. So now, as I said, we just showed we were playing heavy mid. Now we want to play heavy sides. We play heavy on B and we play heavy on, or like we play AWP on A, which is like one of the best counters to people going A. Now we get a kill by spamming on B. And I've even left A completely. We've left mid open. And now I believe the T's don't have so much money. So we just push down and yeah, we basically just kill everyone. So it is a pretty simple round. But here again, you know, because we won the 2 previous rounds where we showed we were mini in mid, now we played heavy sides and they went sides. So now I actually wanted to start A again because I was thinking kind of going A worked for them, except we won the clutch. But my teammate said maybe you should go donut instead. And here there's a small thing you can learn from. I will slow it down. Some of you might know this, but some of you might not. So my teammate just got a kill on B. And I'm taking an AWP angle where I have an advantage. You can see my crosshair is trained on the lower part of mid. But the reason why this angle is so good is because, firstly, it's quite a tight angle. So if someone wants to peek me, he will probably peek into my crosshair. If he wants to overswing my angle and then fight me, the angle is narrow enough that he probably can't see me. And if you notice up here, something appeared. If people walk on this ledge, you can see the shadow before they peek. And that's what I adjust to in time. And I kill him before he even gets to shoot. So that's a very nice angle to play with up. Because you have the shadow advantage. And it's again, you know, shadows in CS2 are, especially on Ancient, I think, poorly designed. On Ancient and Nuke, the shadows are poorly designed. So here is also a small thing I think people can learn from. So now our cave player died.
Come to me, ELO.
And because my teammate is saying 2B or whatever, and now one is cave, I'm asking ELO to come forward donut with me, because I really want to come and lock the heaven angle, so that they can't rotate to A, basically. But if I would go and take this angle and I miss my shot and I die, round is basically over. If ELO is with me and I miss my shot and I die, ELO can still like multi-kill. Because he will be in an unexpected position. And now I kind of use the freedom of having my teammate around me to run. So that if they hear me running, they're going to run out heaven, my team is going to kill him. And now instead of just my teammate playing somewhere on A, you know, he has a super strong position in mid, and we are very heavy B. So just me calling my teammate to me here was actually a big deal. Now here I think actually my teammates are playing way too passive. Like they're playing off angle ramp and they're letting them out cave basically. I didn't expect this. And I really wanted actually to go over to long and peek cave while they were holding off angle ramp. But I get there late and now I miss a couple of shots which actually becomes my death. But yeah, I do think if my teammates were playing a little bit more aggressively, this would be an easier round, because now
My teammates are a little bit pushy here.
and you hear me being a little bit frustrated. Now he takes my AWP and he could potentially win this round.
He's deep long.
But yeah, we just finish it off.
Can you drop that just?
Alright, now we do an adaptation again, you know. It's again sort of down to us winning rounds. Like last round, I started with AWP donut and I killed someone in mid. And since we started winning rounds, we've been winning the mid fight. So now there are kind of, let's say, two options for the T's. You know, I guess in some regard, there's always only two options for T's. It's either going for mid control early or hitting the sides early, right? And we are now going to double push A with the thought that if they want to rush A, like they kind of did earlier, we're going to meet and kill them. And if they don't, then they're probably playing mid control, and then we're going to have good timing. So now we hear out B and stuff like that. My teammate decides to go back, and I decide to flank.
I'm behind him.
My teammates just win around on B. That's obviously great. But yeah, now I say, let's do it again. It's unexpected still, and they don't know about it, right? So again, they just rushed B, which was like this. Do you want to use mid early, or do you want to use the sides early? They just rushed B, so now they probably won't rush B again. This is what I kind of mentioned earlier. If you lose by doing something, and you lose pretty heavily, like my teammates now proved they can deny a B rush, it's unlikely the T's are going to call the same again, because it wasn't even close to working. So now they will probably start by going mid or by going A. And that's why if we push into A again now, it's very good.
You walk on the right, I hold left, okay?
Middle. Donut. Inside donut, guys.
Okay.
And now you see the effect of it. We hear out middle, and he's also saying they're going donut. This means one of two things. Either they're going everyone mid, rushing A through donut very fast, or it's an A split. And now, I mean, we catch these people with their pants down, because we are playing aggro in A main. And now that we've removed this side of the attack, it means the rest have to basically be donut. And that's not any longer hard to defend against.
Coming donut.
Watch out, donut, guys.
Yeah, coming donut. I have next. You
Can
can
it be
left.
red room?
And yeah, we just shut it down. And then, because I keep also getting front spawns, it's me really calling a lot of this, but now I say let's just push on A again. Because now they just rushed B, and then they kind of rushed mid and A, and they saw us push into A main. So they will probably not expect us to do it again. And again, because they just lost on playing A split, the likelihood of them doing it again is very unlikely, because they got 0 kills, right?
I walk pushing A. Just go, you can peek.
But now the T's also adapt, and they actually have someone holding the A push. But we win the duel, which is pretty lucky. And now my teammate does a very good job at faking. So he runs back. This running back is great, because it does kind of two things. One is, you know, if someone else would be playing close, he can hear him run back, and that sets me up. But also, if the T's have taken mid control and are inside or near donut, they will hear this running back, and they will think, oh, he was alone pushing him in, potentially. And now he does extra fake by smoking off the A main opening, which makes it really unexpected for me to be here. And because of that, I'm gonna push.
A, guys.
Pushing cave, 2 or 3.
You can chill. I'm behind mid.
Red room maybe still. Care.
They're coming
I
big.
clear mid.
So now, somehow, this guy is really aware of me, and I get a little lucky. I guess this is a little bit of a question, but what do you think my communication is going to be after this kill? What would you guys communicate? Either there's something with my headset, or your microphone is a little bit fucked.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I hear you now.
That you killed the lurk middle, or
Yeah? Any more information you think you can take from this one engagement? Yeah, it is a
Or-
hard
They know
question.
that
Yeah?
they know that you flanked,
Mm-hmm.
and they're expecting something. Like they're just like pausing, and they're putting their plan on pause, and they're expecting something. So like they're weighing their options still.
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Is there anything in my opponent's, let's call it, behavior that gives us any information?
yeah, maybe because he was looking at you, they were going back to A.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking for, right? And by him going back there, it can mean, in my opinion, one of two things. You said one of them, which is It could be they are changing their plan to go back to A, right? I think in this moment that's kind of unlikely because we killed their A player very early. And so this guy has kind of two purposes. Either he's going to check for if we are A pushing, or there's one other option.
Maybe the bomb is in spawn?
Yes.
That mid one. He was going back to T-spawn. Maybe bomb is in T-spawn.
And like, just notice the round timer here, right? 105. Now, I don't know if anyone is donut or anything like this, right?
But they're not planning. I think bomb is T-spawn.
So my teammates are communicating that the T's are out on B, right? For a while. But there is no bomb plant.
Nice.
And now another kill. And now it's called that he's planning. So I'm pretty sure bomb was somewhere in T-spawn. Like out in this area. This guy was probably leaving mid to, you know, check for A push, but also to gather with his team. And he didn't want to cross mid. And those kind of things can be really hard to recognize. But something as small as just him, like if he would be standing there and holding, I would be saying the same as you. It looks like they're pausing. But the fact that I see him walking back means either, you know, he's checking for A push, or he's going for the bomb. And in this case, I do think, with the fact that they had the B side and it still had to wait 10 seconds, bomb was, I mean, not T-spawn, but it was definitely outside B doors or something like that. So that's interesting, I think. Those kind of small details. So now, me and my teammate here, we do a really good job of setting up the 2v1. I am unknown. I could be behind mid, I could be behind B doors, I could be coming CT, I could, you know, be a million places. My teammate is known. So I'm gonna full bait him now, because he has low HP. And I have good nades as well. So what I want to do now is I want to almost let him die, so that I can get information about where the T is. And I want to go out on an angle here, so that if the T peaks long, I have like the duel against them, while my teammate is moving up short. I think my teammate is playing this maybe a little too slow, because he needs to just go and press the bomb. And now, there's like a couple of options. Either the T could be hiding long, in which case he will kill my teammate, and I have a sort of 1v1 duel. Like I can make it to the side, I can smoke the bomb, I can use the smoke to make the T uncomfortable. He could also be cave. If he comes out cave now, I'm going to kill him when he tries to kill my teammate. And ramp is an option as well. And now I hit a pretty nice shot on this guy actually. But even if I wouldn't hit this shot, either my teammate would full defuse the bomb if the T takes some time in killing me, or hopefully I would stay alive. And then even if the T kills my teammate, I can smoke ramp, I can press the bomb, and it's still a very stressful clutch for the T. So I think we did well in this 2v1.
I'm alone.
And now it's also kind of, you know, the case of
I was born.
we've been pushing a lot on A and we've been holding B very well. Now the T's have to try something new again, and now you can see we actually predict this as well. We go 3 mid again now with no on A, because this was what worked for the T's at the start of the match.
Yeah, I have to give it up. One is towards A main as well, I think.
Out B. Out B one.
One is mid. One mid and one A main, guys. Can we go? Come forward, red room. Come red room. One was mid. I'm gonna.
And this is like really important as well. You can hear in my communication how much I'm taking control of the round, right? So I saw the mid guy and I wanted to take a fight with him, but I saw that he fell back. By having my teammate come forward red room, it means that if the T is trying to climb heaven, my teammate will see and kill him. If he's behind a box and I push here and I die, my teammate should be able to trade. And it allows me to make this play with more security. And I think this is one of the biggest things that Counter-Strike players have learned, like the top players have learned in the last like 2 years, is the ability to set up plays for yourself by taking control of a teammate. Like, it seems small, but just having my teammate here can allow me to make, like, in a 4v2, I don't need to necessarily make a play. But because I now know this guy either went to heaven or fell back, it means if he fell back, I have a good timing on him, and if he went to heaven, we can kill him together. So just taking control of this round, taking control of my teammate here, makes what is a risky play in a 4v2 into a not risky play, because either I should be getting traded or I should be having an insane timing, or I will get the kill. So now I know, because they went back, that they are going A probably, right?
Behind them. Just wait. Son? Going B with bomb.
Now, it was maybe a little bit hard for you guys to hear, but he picked up the bomb right around here, and he's now running in the tunnel, bring the bomb to B. So my push here has now said, it can't be mid. I thought it was going to be A. You see my teammates rotating towards A. But now when I hear this, I immediately call B, and you see how the stack completely changes. I try to run and catch the guy, which I can't.
I don't know.
But at this point, it's like the round is over. Now they're either going to go straight into a strong B stack, or if they are not going to be fast enough, I'm going to kill them from behind.
Yeah, I smoked.
That's okay.
He's heaven.
Just buy me time. I will kill them.
Yeah, last B doors, bro.
I got him.
I
Just
do.
chill. Maybe I can knife.
But do it. Oh, he pushed smoke.
So yeah, we turned a 4-0 down into an 8-4 lead. And a big part of that came from the fact that, you know, we saw what the T's were doing. We adjusted to kind of counter, I guess, what the T's were doing. And then afterwards, we we adjusted to the T's adjustment. Like, we won around in mid, and then we should have known they would probably rush A, because that's the big counter, like a very easy FACEIT counter to people playing heavy mid. So then they rushed A next round. The next round after that, because we knew that they rushed A, and they knew again we were 3 mid, we predicted that they probably were not going to play mid, because we had shown ourselves being heavy mid. And so because we kept winning rounds, we could keep being a step ahead. But I believe if the T's would have won the B rush round, for example, now it puts pressure on us to maybe start in a more heavy B stack next round, in case they want to do it again. And that's how winning rounds can really help condition your opponents. In this case, you know, we lost 4 rounds, but then when we started winning, the T, like, it was kind of like we were 1 step ahead, and the T's had to play our game. And that's, yeah, it sounds crazy to say, oh, just win more rounds, you will win more rounds. But it shows at least the importance of winning key rounds. And what you should take from that is play every round like it's an important round. A lot of people, when they play against eco and stuff like this, will play too aggressive and will go and die and lose their weapon and stuff like that, which are things that can impact the rest of the half. Or losing one stupid 3v1 can impact not just that round, it can impact the economy of the following rounds, and it can impact sort of the mind games of the entire half, potentially.
Hey, it's only
So,
Montana. How you doing?
now we're just doing any random piss round. They actually faking A, and we are going B, and yeah, we're winning the duels on A, but yeah, not on B.
No kid.
And,
You can
yeah,
it's
it actually-
spread for long and short.
We actually almost win this round somehow. Comes very close.
Maybe they're using.
It's really ugly Counter-Strike this, but yeah, we get very close. And then now, I will sort of give you already the feeling that I had in this match. So obviously now we did like a full all-in pistol round. That's very normal. Now we buy a second round, and the call here is just to go out mid with flashes.
Now. Fucking them out.
I'm blind as fuck.
He's donut. Donut, two.
Come on, fuck him up.
Cave.
Come in, heaven.
Right side, donut and cave out. Cave out.
Heaven 2. Jump down.
So this was again like a quite all-in round. Like we played very fast. Now we're playing another round, which is we just have the eagles and stuff like that. And I think nothing.
Yeah, that someone here is eco hungry and he.
We're not doing anything super
Okay, shoot a
special.
bit. Now flash.
Yeah.
Flash. Bang.
And yeah, now we die. Now we play another buy round, and it's again, I think we're playing very fast from what I remember. So this guy actually pushes down ramp.
Push and ramp, guys.
behind the Molo. And it's just, as you can tell, very stressful. Like, Molotov down ramp, then someone peeks and pushes instantly. Now we die to Cave. We have no mid control. Cave guy is now spamming with Galil. Now one more pushes Cave. We kill, like, everything is happening so fast. There's full chaos.
Coming up.
Low HP cave and 1B.
I'm one
You can
cave.
spawn, he went back.
And now we kill the only A player, because we know that they're 2B.
Last 2B guys maybe.
Yeah, they were both B.
So, ideally here, we will now just have the green guy lock the rotation, and we just run A with bomb. I think I wanna, like, I'm trying to be one step ahead here, basically, and see if I can play towards the B side, so that when he locks the rotation, even if he dies by them pushing through a smoke or a Molo, I can go and take the B side. Yellow, I guess, has kind of the same idea or something.
I'm gonna walk cave.
A now.
I got B then.
At least now he decides to come back to B. I do think this is a mistake. Like, he should be running towards A, and if this guy can lock the rotation, then he can just run A, everything good. And if this guy can't lock the rotation, then he can turn around and come back to B, because then I'll have B. But now, instead, I get contact on Cave, and now the bomb is here. So this is not that great, because now they know, okay, even though we kill A player, it's possible we want to end B.
What is cave? I'm Molo it. I'm gonna
And now I Molo it, so it looks like we still want to go A.
stay B though. Come.
But then
sound.
our green guy here,
He will rotate.
who's holding rotation, dies. And now they know one out of the two players were trying to go towards B. The green guy was lurking sort of aggressively. And so now it actually looks a lot like we are going B. And this is like, what was almost a free round, we're throwing it away now.
Let's go up. Let's go up.
He's shot.
Nice. And long.
Oh, way.
So this was painful. And I think it's right around now, maybe? Let me see.
We are in such good positions. Like,
Didn't expect the second guy, sorry.
Guys, can we just rush up banana? Because they're playing heavy mid and cave towards 7.
yeah, let's
He's
do it.
gonna be solo on B.
So, like, again, here, from my team, we lost by playing fast in the first buy round. Now in the second buy round, we played full chaos. Like, the CTs are doing very aggressive peaks, but solo, without their mini nades. And we are doing the same. And now the solution again becomes like, let's do something fast. Now, when we want to go B, they completely destroy us with utility. They completely destroy us overall.
I'm blind as fuck.
I think we actually, I almost have a bit of a round here. Even though it's like very difficult.
Dead.
Shot.
I try to, like, I kill this guy, I try to get a plant, then I get Molotov. And I can barely move and everything. I go down to 1 HP. I almost killed the AWP here. But yeah, let me see, I think it's now.
I don't know. I think they start heavy B every round, to be honest.
They play aggro mid. I have an idea. If you, I need one person
Uh,
to mid. I will go lurk mid, and I will.
Okay,
flank
never
behind
mind.
them, so
Maybe it's not yet.
The only positions they can be is boxes, you know. So
But you can see the gears turning in my head. I'm thinking, how can we win this
I
match?
think we are throwing the game right now by just constantly playing fast. Like, every round is a call from spawn, but it's like a full set rush, basically. Like, now they're gonna just pop mid.
like the last
We
match,
kill
you
them
know,
if we
you
just
can
play
go
slow.
for
Like, they're not doing anything special.
And so here again, like you see, you know, here I die, super frustrating and stuff like that, to the same push from the same guy that I saw him do earlier. And even the Molo is so deep. Like, honestly, it's a pretty cool play. I quite like it. But what I recognize here is that, you know, if this guy has done this in 2 out of the 3 buy rounds, and in one of the buy rounds when he did this, they also pushed aggressively cave and stuff like that. It means the CTs are very willing to take opening duels at the start. And that is something that can be punished, I want to say sort of easily. Anyone got, like, what is a good way to deal with people playing solo aggressively as CT? Any ideas?
Well, there's a lot of things you could do. I guess
Yeah.
you could try to trade him, like just go 2 people, be ready for the play. Or you just play really, really passive and wait for them to run out of ideas on like what to do or get uncomfortable.
So like you say trade him, right? But let's say, I mean, in this case, he's obviously doing the play on B, but we can't know if he's doing the play on B next time, right? It could also be the play was being made on A or on cave, right? So I do agree with you. Trading or like setting up trades is the right answer. The question is, how do we accomplish that? And I think you kind of covered that with your second part of it. Is like, if you play a default where your goal isn't really to take space, but instead to hold space, then aggressive CTs who are playing alone will either die before getting a kill or will be hopefully traded out.
Like, you see this. If he does this on a default round, because he did this 2 times in a row now, it's so bad. If we just play slow, like I tried to get us to do, it's literally free. Or like this guy, for example, standing there is also really bad.
So you hear it now live, right? I think I didn't find the exact round, but I said this like 3 rounds ago or something. We need to play slow. That's why I'm saying like this is what I've been trying to make us do. But now I think
We just don't hold ever. And they just rush. So... But now that we've lost a few rounds to this, now I think I can finally get it through to them.
so. Yeah, you hear what I'm saying, and this is really what changes the game for us. We were behind 4-0, like 0-4 technically at the start, and then it became 8-4. Now we've lost 6 T rounds in a row, and we don't even really have any money. But you hear what I'm saying here. To me, it's clear. My teammates are comfortable playing kind of set and fast. That's very normal for FACEIT players. But I see that the key to beating our opponents here is they play so aggressively as CT and so alone that a holding default is what's going to win us the round. And sometimes to get people to understand what is the right play, you need to give them the chance to realize that what they're doing isn't working, right? Now we've lost 6 rounds. This is, again, another reason why I prefer MR15 over MR12. It gives you more time to adapt mid-game to what your opponents are doing. But you'll see me now...
Hey guys, can we listen 1 second? Can we just play slow? Because, like, this guy is rushing down ramp every round, and they are rushing forward cave, and they are just playing, like, full solo everywhere. So if we just stay in, like, big defaults, we literally can't lose. Like, they're giving so many free fights.
Guys, I can solo, like, do pressure mid. If I lurk mid, they won't push heaven. So I can molly heaven, smoke mid, lurk, and just solo pressure mid. So they won't push you heaven.
I hope you guys can hear what he's saying. But yeah, he's basically just saying he wants to solo push from mid.
It's
and
good
lurk.
play by Frizzle, but it's just like, if we would be playing a standard round,
So yeah, now I've made it really clear to my teammates what we need to do.
because they are playing so, I think.
You can smoke cave.
So now we're gonna just actually play
You can just
a
check
big
like, no
default.
push.
Like, what I mean with a big default is like a wide default. Like, we want to have people holding on all areas of the map. Like, a small default would be something like, if I would call now, let's go B default. I don't think that's a good call, because we don't know if the aggressive play is coming in from B or not. And I want to be able to react also.
Just hold ramp. That's very important, because he's been rushing down.
I smoke cave for fake at least.
So now they're doing early util again. A really good indicator. Playing fast is not the answer as well.
Yeah, ramp
He's
push.
going heaven. Coming heaven, guys.
And look how like little communication or how little movement there is.
Let's just wait a bit. No rush. Can I have your model, Orange? Okay. Lightweight, can you smoke window now? In mid?
Me?
Green,
Yeah.
green, can you give me your smoke
Yeah,
later?
I can do it.
Before you die?
Can we be ready to take cave, guys?
So what I'm trying to set up here now is that we are worried about heaven, and heaven makes it difficult for us to take cave. But if our mid player starts putting pressure on window, yeah, this is a little bit heavy. I'll say it slower actually. So I want to take cave because it feels like the cave player is not doing that good of a job. They've just resorted to playing aggro when they had MP9. They dumped their utility at the beginning, which is normal for a cave player. And then, they also dumped their smoke. And it just seems like there are fights to be had. So my idea is I want to get rid of the possibility of a CT playing heaven. And one way you can do that is by just taking mid, right? If you have someone here, the heaven players are unwilling to fight down to B because he will get traded in the back. Unless they play two set mid. So by just doing window smoke is actually enough to get the heaven player to be afraid. And that gives us more space in cave. But for this to work, the cave player smoke needs to fade, and that's why playing slow works.
Backside, I can molly backside so they won't pick you from cave.
Can you check heaven fast, Blue? And then we take cave.
Flash in front of you, in front of you.
He molly me mid, he molly me elbow, guys. I
I'm
can't
on
out.
cave.
So you see, we get kill on B. We go in, we take cave.
Can you grab bomb?
The molo fails. I full send it here. I kill long. And now somehow still, this was actually a really good position. Like, I killed long player, he's playing alone close around ramp, and then with the rotator coming in. And if yellow would just have been with his teammate, we probably win this round. Straight up.
Like,
And you can see the frustration starting to
how
build.
can my team throw these fucking rounds? It's so crazy. Ah, man, I don't get it.
Oh, CT left
We
side.
might still win it. He went right. He went right. He went right. I
So
think two of them are half, guys. Careful, donut.
now I don't actually think my teammates necessarily play this
Like,
that
this
great.
is so good. How we develop, like the control around cave, everything is so good.
That's a
Nice.
big kill.
More orb there.
Now he's gonna push in and kill the op.
Nice. I think last
And then
time.
1v1. You can see he's very nervous, but he wins it. So now, you can say what you want. But we actually won the first round where we played slow, when nothing else has been
Guys,
working.
It's so easy when we play slow. Like, they don't know how to hang on to the area. It's good.
And this is I just love these kind of FACEIT matches where it's like, it's almost like a eureka moment, you know? Like, we play long enough on the half to figure out, okay, what do we need to do to beat them? Because you can normally do this with anti-strat, but in a FACEIT you obviously can't anti-strat, so now,
I will hold
I get dropped an op, and this is actually crazy. Look at how I die here. This is a pure CS2 moment.
They didn't pick heaven.
Like, this guy double headshots me through the wall, because I didn't have armor.
This game is actually fucking ridiculous sometimes.
But
Like,
yeah.
this makes no sense what just happened.
We try to pick mid now.
But you can see at least my teammates are starting to understand playing slow has been working, right? And now, you see again, they are 4v3 the CTs, and they just give away a free kill. Now it's 3v3. Now, we give away a freebie,
Where is he?
but still, we get information, they give away another freebie.
Nice.
For no reason, actually. I have no idea what Frizzler is doing there. Now Bro is running out B,
I think it's A play and donut. I think B is clear, but they will rotate. So
and now I think my teammate here should have stuck the plant.
he should have played it.
But, yeah. Anyway,
Could be long already.
Can you smoke?
and I think again, actually, my teammates here are not playing
Cannot play.
well.
Yes, this is good.
Like, this is bad that they are allowed to do this. Like, what happens here is that the short smoke that Blue is throwing bounces so deep that it's not a short smoke, and that's why the CT pushes in front. And that's also why, like,
Play, guys. This is good.
our guy on side could have died here from short. But yeah, comes down to 1v1. Super important round. I think in this 1-on-1 he actually plays it quite well. Like, he's jiggling well, and then he takes the full fight on a good timing.
Well play, guys.
And yeah, playing short worked again. Not playing short, playing slow, sorry.
I'm almost heaven.
So now we go into this round wanting to play slow again.
But no nades, guys. They have bad util. They're gonna.
Yeah.
They have
I'm
bad.
holding A push.
Don't go out.
They're gonna rush, they're gonna rush.
Yeah, be ready now, mid.
Yeah. They re-smoke mid early.
And even though I've been B every round, notice how now that I'm alone on this side of the map, instead of like rotating and playing like a really heavy B default, I'm just holding because I understand, especially now they have pistols, likelihood of them pushing A is really big, or pushing with a flash through the mid smoke or something like this. So yeah, I want to just hold because they are giving away free kills.
Something is weird. They smoked A already. Nice.
Dead heaven, yeah,
Play,
left forward.
guys, play really slow. They have no more smokes. That one more.
So they smoked mid, and then they re-smoked mid, and then I believe it's a little bit hard to catch
Play,
it.
guys, play really slow. They have no.
I at some point I jiggled like slightly wider for A, and I could see that they smoked A main early. I will show you because it's actually an interesting detail. So they smoked mid now.
They have
I'm
bad.
holding A push.
Don't go out.
They're gonna rush, they're gonna rush.
be ready now, mid.
Yeah.
And now they resmoke mid.
They resmoke mid early, guys.
And now when I peek here, it's maybe hard to see because it's like stream quality, whatever. But there's a smoke here.
Something is weird. They smoked A already. Nice.
Dead heaven, yeah,
Play,
four.
guys, play really slow. They have no more smokes. That one more? Yeah, just keep playing
I go
slow.
back. Move, bro. I need to survive.
So you see, we just
hold.
freeze.
Everything is good then. They have no more smokes.
One, I had heaven. I had heaven. Or
Okay.
boxes mid.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
keep
now
holding.
we get another kill. We keep holding.
Down B,
I
down
come
B.
out mid now.
Down
Nice.
B, we get another kill.
Some
Now we walk out mid.
Cave maybe.
It's not boxes.
Yeah, cave.
And now, yeah, this guy hits actually a banger of a shot on me. But yeah, like, we are 5v1. And, I mean, this is against pistol, right? But you see the power of just holding against players like this in FACEIT. And all this comes down to, right, it's not that I'm some super omega brain here or that I'm claiming to be it. But the point is that we lost 4 rounds in a row on CT. We made adjustments that fixed it. We lost 6 rounds in a row on T. We made 1 big adjustment, and now we won 3 in a row. And now, this was also what I talked about. When you win rounds, that it's more surprising to change up what is working than changing up what is not working. I guess that's actually how you would say it. So in this case, we've been playing slow, playing slow, playing slow. It's been working. So now is maybe the time to throw a surprising round in the mix, and I call this.
As well then?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe can you give me nades mid?
I can do it. I can give you.
You
I
wanna do
smoked
A
and
contact
flashed
as well
2
then?
times. Yes, yes.
The rest go A contact.
guys.
I
I
can
will-
push donut later and
Take
check.
bomb with you.
How long were you guys together, double brother?
Yeah, it's just me talking to chat a bit. Well, basically, we just do one bro gets flashed out mid. It's way faster than we've been doing. And now we do A contact.
Window.
Window.
Go donut fast.
And now he's in donut. He gets a kill. That's A player. So we just react.
Flash city.
And now
Flash CT, flash.
we just get more kills.
Use nades, guys.
And yeah, you see it. We now throw a surprising round into the mix. We've been playing slow defaults, building map control towards B. And now, I mean, they have pistols, so it's kind of also a little bit different for the CTs, but the A player is playing alone towards the A side of the map. Like, he was the one going into donut. And then we just walk out and kill.
One city.
CT.
So yeah.
I will have aim.
And now, I think that's kind of just how it ends. Yeah, we get a couple more kills here. We push into CT. And now my teammate kills this guy. And then the last guy is there as well. And I win that fight.
I'm coming.
So that's good.
Super, bro.
Can you molly mid? I will do lurk mid. Maybe.
And I think
Yeah.
what did I say now? Actually, I'm curious.
Nice. Yeah. Just keep playing slow.
Like now I say, yeah, keep playing slow, right? So we did the surprising round, and the reason why the surprise worked is because they have to adjust to what we are doing that works. But now, because we did the surprising round, they have, like the CTs now know that we have the ability to change up what we're doing, even when it's working, right? And that's why now they have to care for an A rush and also for us to play slow. If we would play slow and never change, eventually good CT players here will start holding their utility, right? Like not using it early. And playing against CTs who don't use their utility early, the best thing you do is rush. So, yeah. By doing the exact opposite of what has been working for us, that's a surprising round, right? So now we, yeah, go back to playing slow.
Yeah, he will peek ramp, I think.
And now we again actually get disadvantage early.
He got flashed.
And now cave player is spamming. And I see yellow is starting to walk close to mid.
Purple, can you flash in front of me?
And now I don't really know what got into me. I just had the feeling that this cave player who's spamming was somewhat alone, or at least that the heaven players had never really peeked towards B. I don't know actually what it was. But I'm gonna have a bit of a round now, I guess.
Purple, can you flash in front of me? Elbow.
Cave dead. I'm going B.
No, Banana, I need help, banana.
Mate.
And I just never stop running.
Front two.
You have
I smoke CT.
heaven.
I flash,
I have CT.
Go. 1, 2, go.
Has CT?
And yeah, that's again sort of like we didn't really change what we were doing here, but playing slow also made the CTs believe to some extent that we were just continuing to play slow. And then a good player, I'm not saying that I'm a good player, but a good player is obviously adaptable, right? I've talked about this in previous sessions as well. Here we are starting the round slow, and I'm even the one, calling that we should play slow. But when the opportunity presents itself, I'm the one who makes the play. And this play only works because we've been conditioning the CTs into thinking that we're playing slow. So yeah, and then last the CT, he's behind the smoke. We
You can hide.
He's close.
we end up setting up a good 3v1 where we like triple peak on him basically, and we win the game. But I think just this FACEIT was a really interesting game in that we had the opposing team win 4 rounds in a row without us getting on the board, and then we took 8 straight, and then on the other half the opposing team got 6 rounds in a row without us putting anything on the board, and then afterwards we win 5 in a row to close it. And I think, it was really just the small adjustments that made the difference. And so this is what I would be trying to bring to my FACEIT games if I was, someone who is trying to ELO climb, is learn to be adaptable and obviously improve your read of the game. I hope this match can help with that. If you are playing against CTs who are playing, running down and peeking B ramp and also playing aggressive cave and fighting for mid control and stuff like that, if they are that crazy and willing to take that many fights, I think even I said it at some point in this match, or maybe I even said it earlier in the stream, but if you play against a team like this, if they are individually much better than you, you're probably going to get stomped with the way they're playing. But I just never in any of these rounds felt like we were being individually outmatched or that the opponents were just hitting crazy shots all the time. It just felt like we were not doing a good enough job at holding. And something as simple as playing slow changed our T-side and won us this game against, I'll find the lobby real quick for you guys. This was my first 13-0 that I played earlier. First 13-0 win, that is, because I've lost a couple. Here's the match. If you go and look at the ELO, there was at least one top 600 on the other team, and Maze is a pro player, and he was even duo stacking with someone, but we still managed to win, and it came down to small adjustments. So I hope that made sense to you guys. I hope you feel like you learned something a little bit about how someone around like the 3.5k ELO mark is thinking, and also that you hopefully got some like new thoughts about how to approach adapting in FACEIT. So did you learn something?
For sure, it was very insightful.
Perfect. That makes me happy, guys. I don't really have a whole lot more to say, so I'm thinking we just move into some questions. If anyone has anything they want to know.
I have a question about what we were talking about before the lesson.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it round 3?
Um,
27 match?
I don't think so. No. No. It's not. I think you need to. I don't know. I'm gonna say a number. I think it's 8. I don't know. Around there. For the people who are watching this, thinking, "What the hell is going on?" I think last session it was right. I made a challenge for someone to find a specific round, and I guess that bounty is still out there because I haven't seen any messages at least. So I'm giving a few more hints this time. All right. Any other questions, guys? If not, then I have something that I wanna show you guys. I think we'll just watch like 3 minutes of this guy. Probably a lot of you know him. It's like, yeah, I would say it as Kyosuke. I don't know if that's how you say it. This guy is touted to be the next Donk, and I think we should just watch like 3 minutes and talk about his mechanics. Because, yeah, this is basically a 1 versus 5. I was watching this on my vacation and I was very impressed. Look at his one-tap aim. And he's obviously playing for Spirit Academy. He's a very good player, like not just a guy who's good at FACEIT. Notice here how the CTs are good enough to set up like a crossfire where the guy in Palace takes the first contact and this guy peeks off him. And notice how, yeah, Kyosuke here just destroys them. Yeah. There are a few more rounds. Let me see. Oh yeah, this round is quite impressive. I'll show you just like this round and 2 more. So, good headshot, another good headshot. Got super clean aim. Again, a kind of clean aim. And notice now he's going to have a fight against a guy with an MP9 who is full wide swinging and running down a set of stairs. And notice how clean his aim is with the deagle on such a hard target.
He's tagged with Eagle. Nice. One more. Nice.
Like really, really beautiful mechanics. And look at this peak as well. Yeah, very good aim. Okay, let's watch this deagle round, and then I have 1 more round to show you guys, and then I will make a statement.
How HP side? Right side.
Backside, Kissen on backside.
Upside. Under one behind, please. Under behind one.
Empty. Waiting for a
Bench or bench house?
I think he's bench.
Like, this guy is crazy. This guy is so crazy. If I would ever have a round like that, I would be so happy. Okay, last thing I want to show you guys is this round. This is, I think, the craziest mechanical highlight I've ever seen, out of FACEIT at least.
I smoked them, Molly. Go. Flash.
Oh. That's crazy, right?
He one-taps the guy who jumps out. That's
Yes. But he like one-taps basically the guy who is peeking, and then the guy who jumps out, and then the next guy who peeks. It's crazy. I think this guy is mechanically more gifted than Donk. And whether or not he will... I mean, basically, I expected no one to ever be able to live up to Donk, the greatest rookie of all time by far. I didn't expect anyone could ever be as good as Sai Wu. I definitely didn't expect anyone who could be so good as Donk. But like this guy, if he can perform under pressure, which so far he's shown very recently, I'll show you here. He was playing just a show match. I'm not even sure if it will fall into his like regular stats. Let me see. No. But he was playing a show match against the Monesi and I think even Donk and stuff like that. And he actually outperformed everyone. Like, he got the best rating. And we'll see how he will perform on the stage and those kind of things and stuff like that. But it's crazy for me to say this guy is aim-wise better than Donk. And I think this guy has the potential to be better than Donk. I haven't watched much of his demos, but just by looking strictly at mechanics, this guy is more impressive than Donk. And that's crazy. So yeah, there's a reason there's a lot of hype around this guy. And I just wanted to say it before it happens, if it happens. Okay, guys. Anyone got?
How old is he?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
How old is he?
He's 16 years old. It's crazy. And he plays higher
Crazy.
sensitivity than Dunk, actually, which you can't see. It's so clean, his aim. It's crazy. Okay, guys. As it always is, I have a dog to walk, and I also have to wake up very early in the morning on Fridays. So I think we can sneak in one last question if someone has something. Otherwise, I think we'll end the session here.
I think that's it.
All right.
What are your goals for 2025?
Ooh, good question. Well, I am planning to continue with NIP's female team. I will say there is some interest in me as a coach for a good team. I'm not expecting to be picked up by the team, but it's big enough that I'm pretty sure everyone in this call will know it if it happens, because it will be pretty big news. And yeah, time will tell if I stay with the girls, which I'm planning to right now. That will be my goal, to keep doing well in Impact. But yeah, who knows? My 2025 still hasn't been decided. I can literally go east and west. So the next days will be somewhat important. I'm happy either way because I love working for NIP, and if I get a better offer with more salary, it fixes some things in my personal life, like just financially. So yeah, it's good or good. So it's hard for me to set goals because I don't know where I am. But if you ask me next session, I hopefully know more, and then I can set more realistic goals. But I appreciate you for asking.
That's pretty cool.